Before we dive in, just take a moment to watch this. The Koru, cutting through the ocean in all its cinematic glory. Right then. Let's talk about boats. But forget everything you think you know. We're not talking about the charming little vessel you might potter about in on a Sunday afternoon. A gentle breeze in your sails, trying to catch a small fish for your tea. We're not even talking about the flashy speedboats that roar past the coastline, leaving a trail of envy in their wake. Cast those images from your mind. They are but humble dinghies in the grand ocean of what we're about to explore. No, we're talking about something on an entirely different plane of existence. A vessel so vast, so opulent, it redefines the very concept of a private yacht. This isn't just a mode of transport, it's a floating palace, a private kingdom that glides silently across the waves, powered by ambition and a budget that would make most nations blush. This is about Jeff Bezos' new toy, a magnificent vessel named Koru. The name itself is deeply symbolic, drawn from the Maori language where it represents a spiral shape, signifying new life, growth and strength. A fitting name perhaps for a man embarking on a new chapter after stepping down as CEO of Amazon. Now, when you're the chap who started the online shop that sells literally everything from ant farms to Zumba DVDs, you don't just buy a boat. You embark on a quest. You commission a floating masterpiece. Built by the legendary Dutch shipyard Oceanco, the Koru is a project that took years to complete at a staggering cost of around $500 million. It's a testament to what's possible when your bank account has more zeros than a very long string of polo mints. The Koru isn't just a yacht, it's a statement. At 127 meters long, she is the world's tallest sailing yacht, a modern marvel with the soul of a classic schooner. Her 3 colossal masts tower over everything, a declaration of engineering prowess and timeless elegance. And because a $500 million sailing yacht apparently doesn't have enough room for a helipad, it even comes with its own 75-meter support vessel, the Abiona, to carry all the extra toys. This isn't just a boat, it's a very, very large, very expensive and very beautiful ecosystem sailing across the world's oceans. Let's try to get our heads around the size of this thing, which is frankly a bit difficult. Koru measures an astonishing 127 meters in length, which is about 417 feet in old money. To put that into perspective, it's longer than a professional football pitch, including the bits at the end. It is, by a considerable margin, the tallest sailing yacht in the world, thanks to its 3 gigantic masts. When you see it moored next to other, very large and very expensive motor yachts, Koru stands out immediately. Building a yacht like Koru isn't a simple case of welding a few bits of metal together. It's a symphony of design, engineering and craftsmanship that takes years and involves hundreds of highly skilled people. The project was entrusted to Oceanco, a Dutch shipyard renowned for creating some of the most spectacular and innovative superyachts on the planet. The first step is the design, a meticulous process where naval architects and designers work together to turn a vision into a viable blueprint. The construction is a slow, methodical process. The hull is built in sections like enormous pieces of a puzzle, which are then welded together with incredible precision. While Koru may look like a classic sailing vessel from a distance, it is, in reality, a technological tour de force. The boat is absolutely packed with cutting-edge systems designed to make it safer, more comfortable, and easier to operate. One of the most impressive pieces of kit is the dynamic positioning system. The sail management system is another area of remarkable innovation. Handling the sails on a schooner this large would be an impossible task for a human crew alone. Instead, Koru uses a highly sophisticated system of automated winches, furlers, and computer controls. The captain can deploy, trim, and reef the sails with the touch of a screen. In an era where everyone is, rightly concerned about the environmental impact of, everything, you might think a $500 million mega yacht would be a bit of a villain. But here's where Koru gets really interesting. The most obvious green feature, of course, is the sails. By harnessing the power of the wind, Koru can travel across vast distances with its engines switched off, significantly reducing its fuel consumption and carbon footprint. Waste management on board is another area where a lot of smart thinking has been applied. Koru is equipped with a state-of-the-art wastewater treatment system that purifies all grey and black water to a standard where it's clean enough to be discharged into the sea without harming the marine ecosystem. Stepping inside Koru is to be enveloped by a world of unparalleled luxury and comfort. This isn't just a boat, it's a floating sanctuary meticulously crafted to be the ultimate private retreat from the world. Every surface, every texture, every line is a testament to bespoke craftsmanship. Imagine rare woods, supple leathers and custom-made furniture, all bathed in natural light pouring through enormous panoramic windows. The design philosophy is one of quiet elegance, a space that feels both grand and intimately personal, a true home on the water. Of course, Jeff Bezos is famously private, so detailed interior photos are rarer than a quiet day on Twitter. However, we do know the creative genius behind it all, the world-renowned firm Winch Design. These aren't just decorators, they are architectural storytellers for the ultra-rich. Known for their work on some of the most iconic super yachts, private jets, and residences on the planet, Winch Design specializes in creating spaces that are not only opulent, but deeply personal and imaginative. Their signature is blending timeless elegance with cutting-edge technology, making them the perfect partner to bring a vision like Koru to life. While the exact layout is a closely guarded secret, the owner's suite is undoubtedly a masterpiece. We're talking about a sprawling, multi-room private apartment, likely occupying a prime position for the best panoramic views and ultimate privacy. It would feature a palatial bedroom, separate his and hers bathrooms, vast walk-in wardrobes, and a private lounge or office. It's a sanctuary within the sanctuary. And the luxury extends to the guests, of course. Koru can accommodate up to 18 guests in what are surely lavish staterooms, each with its own ensuite and exquisite detailing. But perhaps the most talked about feature is the massive swimming pool on the aft deck. This isn't a mere plunge pool, it's a full-size swimming pool, a staggering feat of engineering on a sailing yacht where weight, balance, and the vessel's heel are critical considerations. It's the perfect spot to cool off, surrounded by the endless expanse of the ocean. One of the most talked about features is the figurehead on the bow. In a nod to maritime tradition, Koru has a beautifully carved wooden figurehead. Then there was the famous bridge incident. Koru's 3 masts are so incredibly tall, over 70 meters, that they presented a unique problem during its construction in the Netherlands. The problem was the historic Koningshaven Bridge, which stood in its path. In the end, the shipyard and Bezos decided against the plan to dismantle the bridge, respecting the public sentiment. Instead, they came up with a much cleverer and quieter solution. They towed the yacht's hull to another facility without its masts. The colossal masts were then transported separately on a barge and stepped or installed once the yacht had cleared all the bridges. A mega yacht like Koru, it turns out, needs a friend, a very large, very useful friend. Alongside the main sailing yacht, Bezos also commissioned a custom-built support vessel named Abiona. This isn't just a small tender boat, it's a 75-meter-long motor yacht in its own right, with a price tag estimated at around $100 million. Its primary job is to follow Koru around the world, acting as a floating garage, warehouse, and helipad. The most important feature of Abiona is its large helipad. Abiona is also packed with all the toys you could possibly want. This includes smaller tender boats for exploring coastlines, jet skis, scuba diving equipment, and possibly even a personal submarine. So what are we to make of Koru in the end? It's easy to dismiss it as just another billionaire's toy, an ostentatious monument to unimaginable wealth. And let's be clear, it absolutely is that. Spending $500 million on a personal vessel is the very definition of extravagance. Critics will point to it as a symbol of modern-day inequality, a floating palace that sails on a sea of consumer spending. And from that perspective, they have a point. But to leave the analysis there would be to miss the bigger picture. Koru is also a breathtaking testament to human ambition and ingenuity. This isn't just a boat, it's a masterpiece of engineering, a collaboration between visionary designers and the master shipbuilders at OceanCo. Every element, from its sleek steel hull to its towering carbon fiber masts, the tallest in the world, was custom designed and executed with microscopic precision. It represents the absolute zenith of what is currently achievable in naval architecture, pushing the boundaries of materials, science, hydrodynamics, and structural engineering. And that's where we find the yacht's most captivating quality. It's a beautiful, living paradox. On one hand, it's a deeply romantic tribute to the past. Its three-masted schooner design harks back to the golden age of sail, evoking the majesty of the great clipper ships. It's a nod to a purer, more elemental form of travel, powered by the wind. The name itself, Koru, a Maori symbol for new life and harmony, speaks to this connection with nature. Yet, simultaneously, it is a bold vision of the future. Beneath those classic lines lies a technological marvel. Koru can generate its own electricity from its propellers as it sails, a kinetic recovery system that makes it surprisingly green for its size. It's a vessel that looks to the past for inspiration but uses the technology of tomorrow to get there. Ultimately, Koru transcends its identity as a mere luxury item. It becomes a symbol of possibility, a physical manifestation of what happens when immense resources are paired with a boundless vision. It's a reminder that whether we're aiming for the stars with rockets or sailing the seas with wind, the human drive to build and explore is a powerful force. It challenges our notions of what can be built and inspires the next generation of designers and engineers to dream bigger. And after all the complex analysis, after considering the economics, the engineering, and the artistry, you can also just look at it, gliding across the horizon, and be left with a much simpler, more primal thought. Crikey, that's a big boat. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe for more interesting facts and stories.